webinar, our training webinar. Very excited to have you here. This is, as you can see, system number 1 on the I Want Vigor lead generation and profile system. And we're very excited to be here today. Us is myself, Garth Borthasol, and a great ITBO leader, Tom Trexler. Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm great. How you doing, Garth?
I'm doing very good. So what we're going to do today, everyone, is dig in a little bit deeper on the iwantvigor.com business building system. And we're going to get to a point where we're going to talk about the actual call and give you some very specific training and details on how to maximize those few moments that we get with new people. But before we get there, as we all know, this is just being launched, and I'm hearing some great stories out there. Tom, why don't you just give us your sort of overall impression from your experience and what's happening on your end of the world?
I will be glad to, Garth. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, when this first was brought out and this idea of calling these leads through LeadPick, I really wasn't that excited about it. I had worked with leads in the past, did not enjoy that process at all, and really was kind of sitting on the fence on this one. But I went ahead and decided to move forward with it, give it a good shot, and I want to tell you, I am pleasantly surprised. I'm actually hooked. It has been great. It has been a great experience. I've actually downloaded 20 contacts. I did 10 at a time, made the calls, and it's numbers. Sometimes you're going to run where you'll have quite a few people in a row you'll talk to, and then there'll be a period where you won't get anybody at all. But I tried to find, the great thing was I was able to look at the leads, see what was the best time of the day to call them, pick some profiles that I thought was a good fit, and that I've never had anything like that before in a lead. So anyway, I did that, reached out. Out of the first 20 or so, I was able to make 4 connections live, 3 of which I was able to send samples out to. The 4th one did hang up on me. That was the only thing, and I was probably partway through my first sentence. And that's going to happen. That's absolutely going to happen. But there's really no intimidation to this, because all you're doing is just confirming that they're interested, that they did fill out the survey and that they want to try this free product. And I remember I had one guy, he's actually a doctor, and I got him, and when he answered, his wife was saying that it's something about a survey. I could hear him in the background, I don't want to talk to anybody and all that. But he said it's about a free product that they were going to send to you. Well, if it's free, I'll talk to him. So he gets on the phone, and I tell him, yeah, that's true. And we are going to send you out a free product that helps with energy. I know you filled out the survey, and I even told him the time. And he wasn't still remembering whether he did it or not. But he said, hey, if you're going to send me something for free, I'll try it. And so I confirmed with him that he had not been a TriVita customer in the past, and he said, no, don't think so. Told him a little bit about what it was, and he became very pleasant. And he said, yeah, that's my correct address. I look forward to getting it. I confirmed with him that I'd like to follow him up with him after he got it to make sure he was enjoying the product. Great. I also confirmed with him, how to take it, and that he would commit to taking it. So those are some of the points. But and one of the, not only him, but another person I got was so upbeat and so sharp, I could just immediately see this person being an ITBO. And all 3 of the people that I sent the samples to, if they were so inclined, I could see them being ITBOs, because they were great communicators and easy to talk to. So it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun, and I agree with that. And the leads came out, and I ordered some. I went out of town for a few days, so I called a few beforehand, and then a few since getting back. And it's been very enjoyable. People are very appreciative. and I've had the similar numbers to you, Tom, and some not answering, but the ones that answer and you get to talk to are very pleasant. They definitely filled out the survey, and it's a great conversation. Been talking with, hearing stories of others. Judy Klein from Washington, soon to be Oregon. She had 12 names she bought and was able to talk to 8 of them and sent out 8 samples. And so hearing all kinds of numbers within those ranges, you know, from a third to, in Judy's case, 2/3 of the people she talked to. So that's all very encouraging. And
Dale Davis, one of my reps, he got 5, and I sent 2 samples out of the 5 contacts.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So it's, and then you'll have stretches, and probably I ran through a stretch where you'll have 10 people that you won't connect with, and then you might have 8 out of 12, like Judy did. It's just numbers, but I'm going to upgrade to the gold package because this is it's a lot of fun, and it's real quick and easy, and the back office that they have there for you to put your information in is very good to work with. I'm sure you'll go into that later. But
yeah, I will.
The other thing I wanted to mention just real quickly is how easy it was to enter the information at Trivita to send the samples. I was able to go and do that last night. It just took me a minute. And this morning, 3 new people showed up in my group list. And this afternoon, I went in, and they've already shipped it out, and I can track it. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. It's really good.
Well, Tom's going to come back in just a few minutes, and we're going to just come back, and we'll close the call basically with a very specific thing about the call, what he's saying when he gets a voicemail, and because we really want to make this a very practical training as well. And I'm glad what you said earlier, Tom, about numbers, about the whole thing that, you know, and upgrading to the gold package, because I saw this saying the other day and I thought it was great. Henry Ford said it. He said, stopping advertising to save money is like stopping your watch to save time. Basically, it doesn't work. If we're in business, we need to be advertising, and advertising is buying leads or buying co-op or talking to whoever you want. And so the real essence, if you want the philosophy behind these programs and these trainings, it's not necessarily about selling. It's not about the end results, because the end results will take care of themselves if we do the right things up front. And doing this, what Tom had talked about and I talked about and others are experiencing, these are doing the right things. Talking to people who are interested, sending them the sample, following up on that, the results will come. But if we ever stop doing that, that's when things in business start going the wrong way. So we've talked about this before, but we really are in a new era of business. I think next week on our training call, we're going to dig into the compensation plan more. We're not going to really cover that today at all. But if you want the 3 big philosophies or activities to make your business grow, they're going to be concentrated on 3 areas. Ongoing customer acquisition, that's what we're talking about today. And that's talking to new people, bringing in new people. The second aspect is having those new people regularly buy products, sort of the ongoing sales. It's what we call in Trivita the monthly personal team volume. And then the last part is when you want to grow larger, you got to talk about leading others. And so all our trainings and all our activities is focused on one of these 3 activities. The better we get in each one of these categories, bringing in new people, ongoing sales, and leading others, the stronger our businesses will grow and the larger our businesses will grow. So we're going to go into the system in a minute, but before that, we've got a special sort of greeting and commercial and a word from Barry, because he's been following all of this all along. So Barry, why don't you, well, welcome to the call, first of all. And
well, thank you, and I'm very, very excited, obviously. I know I get excited easily, but we all know it's a new day in direct selling, and I'll tell you, folks, Trivita is going to lead the way. When this is all done, it's going to take a while to get everything out there. We're going to lead the way. You know, King Solomon said, without a vision, the people perish. Well, we have a massive vision, and I had it before the Tuesday live stream call, but if you did not see the live stream call with Dr. Sheila. Now think about this. Dr. Sheila, a Mayo Clinic medical doctor with Jolene Goring, presenting the new Vitality Planner. I mean, it was awesome. Michael said it's $1 million tool. I think it's probably worth more than that. So when you consider where we're at in this new reinvented Trivita with the customer acquisition program that you're hearing tonight, we're working on a lead pick ITBO acquisition program that's coming. We've got the co-op coming with the new MyHealth product coming. We've got the monthly catalogs. So much. It's just absolutely incredible. But even more important is to realize the industry that we're in. People in the Silicon Valley now are leaving by the dozens to start health companies. Adrian Huffington left Huffington Post, started a health company. And so over the next little while, we are working very, very hard on a new web page, as you've heard before. This web page is going to really convey 3 areas to you. Number 1, we're going to communicate with you. And number 2, we're going to educate. We've got a medical doctor ready to go. We've got a professional trainer ready to go. We're going to have recognition. We're going to have stories. I mean, like Tom's story tonight is very, very encouraging. But here's what I am committing to you as co-founder of Trivita, and I'm at the age now where I'm still going strong, but I'm going to be 76 in April. I got to admit it. Don't like it, but I got to admit it. I'm committed to doing 3 things, and here's what it is. Number 1 is training on the web, on our regular on a new web page. And it's going to be focused in 2 areas. Number 1 is the most important thing in direct selling. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Yes, I am. It's called listening. And then I have just finished a 42-page, professionally in color training manual. It's called So You Want to Be an Entrepreneur. Welcome to the club. 70 to 80% of others are just like you. It's done. It's ready to go. When Garth gives me the go, I'm going to be presenting this. This is my life, 40 years as an entrepreneur, most in the direct sell business. What I've learned, I'm going to pass this on to you. And then my final thing that I want to do is I will be open to any of you who want me to talk to a prospective ITBO. Set me on the line, tell them I'm the co-founder of Trivita, 40 years in the business. I am going to offer myself to talk to anybody at any time. It has to be prearranged. So those are the 3 things I'm going to do. Garth knows that. So with that, I'm going to turn that back to Garth.
That's awesome. That's a great offer. I actually didn't know you're offering that last one. So that's fantastic.
I know I did.
So, yeah, that's good. Thank you, Barry. Okay, so I just wanted to put in perspective how all of this works, because I always think it's very helpful to understand, as we talk specifically about a phone call, well, why and how does that work? Well, we know that this particular system is 3 parts but 1 system, and they need to work harmoniously together. We've got the lead system, we've got us, the ITBOs, and Trivita's end. So I just wanted to work flow so that we're very clear on it, so you know what's happening when you chat with someone, when to call someone, etc. So don't be thrown off by the detail on this. I'll just move through very quickly. The lead pick side is we know that there's the online generic B12 ad and survey that's done. When those are filled out, they go into the I Want Bigger back office, where we as ITBOs, then we buy them. And as soon as we buy them and move them into our contact manager, an email campaign begins introducing you, introducing your link to your Trivita webpage, and that begins on this schedule. You can see day 0, day 2, day 4, day 6, day 8. It's very important, though, that whenever you contact and send a sample to someone, that you turn off this campaign, because as you'll see later, Trivita picks up the campaign at that point, and I'll show you that at the end of the call. And then even if they don't respond, they're still in your back office. They never disappear. It's a pretty cool system there. Us, the ITBOs, our role really is very simplistic in this. It's connecting with them on call 1, and Tom's going to come back and talk about that, and then a call 2 a couple weeks later. What's happening on the Trivita side is once the order is received from the Trivita back office, Trivita will send out a confirmation and an email on day 1 with order tracking, as Tom had just shared in his story as well, and the B12 video and information. So that goes to the person that you just sent the lead to. On day 5, a promotional catalog is mailed to them. There's a copy of the front cover of that one. And the significance of this is it's not dated. It's a special edition catalog, and there's a $15 off offer right on the cover of that catalog that's mailed. Day 10, Trivita sends a Vitality Planner and Premier membership follow-up email, and all the links. It'll have their own access to Vitality Planner, so you'll be able to see from your back office if your lead followed through on that. And then depending on what activity this person does, there's a number of different responses. If they do the Vitality Planner, there's a campaign. If they buy a product, there's another campaign. And then even on day 40, if there's no activity, there's another campaign that's sent out there. So I just think it's helpful to see all of that and how it works together, and to give us the proper perspective. So with that, I'm going to bring Tom back on.
Just a minute now, Garth. Just a minute now. You're telling me, I did not know this, you're telling me that with these B12 samples that the company's going to mail a catalog to these people?
Yes, on day 5.
That is incredible. Well, I know Dave Glickman of LeadPick has said to me he has never, ever seen a company like Trivita so back a field initiative like he had, like Trivita was doing that. I mean, so they get they get all the products in a catalog. That is unbelievable. I did not know that.
Yeah. Woo! So there you go.
Very, very, very powerful.
Okay, Tom. Why don't you share with us then on that? What do you say? We were talking about call number 1 specifically, and if you want to go into call number 2, that's fine. But give us some wisdom on this one.
Well, as you have here on the slide that we're looking at, it's keep it simple. You're not doing any selling whatsoever. You don't need to try to convince them of how great B12 is or anything like that. You simply want to confirm that they have a moment to speak with you, get their permission to move forward, and you immediately want to get into the conversation that about the survey and their answers on that, trying to focus on the need that they have, which they have already put on there. So you just ask simple questions, like I said, identifying the need from the survey. You want to qualify to see if they have ordered from Trivita in the past, because if they have and they're already in the system, then you don't want to be paying to send a sample out. And if they are already a Trivita customer and they tell you that, I haven't had that happen yet, but if they do, then we can offer the Vitality Planner to them as a free gift and give them something like that. Once we've gone through a few simple questions and talked about their health concerns, and if they're open to that, great. If they're not, no big deal. You can confirm their address that we're going to be sending that to. You want to ask permission to follow up. I just tell them you'll get this in about 5 to 7 business days. After that time, I'd like to follow up and just see how it's going for you. I want to give you just a real quick tip on how to use this and get the best benefits from it, and I tell them about putting it under their tongue and letting it dissolve completely. And I want to also get a confirmation from them and affirm that they will stick with it, that they will give it a good trial, and you make it fun. You don't really go into anything hard or like, again, you're not doing any selling whatsoever. If I'm not able to get them on the phone, then I have been working on what to say in a voice message, and all of this is a work in progress. folks, when you see any of the scripts that are out there, use that as an outline, but make it your own. There's a few key points like we just discussed that you want to go over, but just let it flow. Try to just get into a easy conversation with the person. But you're going to have times where you're not going to get someone. And so on the first time, and a lot of times people are there and they see a number they don't recognize, they won't answer. I know we don't at our home. You know, when someone comes in on our house phone, we don't answer it if we don't recognize it because it probably is a telemarketer. Well, you want to leave your message one that's real upbeat, be smiling, and this is just an example of something I've worked up, and you can do what you like, but this is what I said. I'll give you an example. This message is for Gail, and Gail, this is Tom, and my number is 704-904-9255. And the reason for my call is to follow up on the online health survey you filled out this past Friday regarding energy and possibly getting a free product that helps with that. I also sent you an email today, and that has some really helpful information about our B12 product. And in that email, there's a great 2-minute video that you can watch. Now, it may have gone to your spam filter, so look for the subject. Thank you for taking time to answer my survey. And it's coming from my email, joymoreenergy@gmail.com. And you'll find my contact information will be in the email as well. Gail, I look forward to hearing from you soon and following up on your request for this free sample, and I hope you have a great day. That's what I say.
That's good.
You know, and see, that's upbeat. That's exciting, and it doesn't sound like a pre-recorded telemarketer. I'm being myself. And we'll see. I don't know how many people will call me back. Now, I will make multiple tries at different times, but on the second and third calls, whatever, I won't leave another voice message, because if you leave 2 or 3 voice messages, then you become a pest. But I'll keep trying until I connect with them. Yep.
I think, Tom, you bring up some very good points in there, and one of the aspects is we want to respect people. So yes, they filled out a survey, and we're here, like you said it very well, we're not here to sell them. We're here actually to help identify the need, and they've given us information. They've clicked off things like, I don't have enough energy to get through the day, or I have fatigue, or whatever they clicked off in the survey. So they're sharing with us right from the beginning, and we want to be highly respectful of that. Allow their guard to be down, that we're actually here to actually give them a free sample, and it's a pretty easy process, and leave it at that. It's really that basic, isn't it?
Sorry, yes it is.
Yeah.
Very simple.
So I think next week we're going to go more into call number 2, but how to just give us a little bit about how that bridges into a follow-up call. 2 weeks later, they've got the sample, they've got the all the information from Trivita. Is the tone of the call change, or what's the target when we get to that point?
Well, when we're doing the follow-up call, we want to just make sure they got the product, that they are taking it, make sure they're taking it properly and getting the most benefit from it. That would be a good time to maybe just talk about some of the benefits that they would have already gotten in a letter or brochure from Trivita of how that particular product can benefit them. You're also calling at a time where they've received the catalog. And at that point, you'd like to kind of go over that with them, make sure they got that, and answer any questions that they might have. If they're really conversational, the Vitality Planner could come out in that call, and you could direct them how, hey, I'd like to give you another gift where it's a $50 value, and instruct how to do that and what the benefits of it. It's just, this is a good time to, now they're starting to see that this isn't what they probably were a little fearful, that this is just a fly-by-night company. This is a professional company with great branding, with the B12, the catalogs, our connection with our health clinic, our integrative health clinic that we have at Trivita, and the Vitality Planner. And I want to bring this up while I'm talking. Being able to engage with people and do all the different things that we can do, whether it be getting people through here, getting people through co-op that Trivita offers with their television advertising, all of those things, and having the confidence that you can bring in customers now puts you in a totally different frame of mind when sharing with those you know. You're not desperate. You're not desperate to reach out to family and friends. You actually develop a confidence, and as a longtime user of the products yourself, you know that you're benefiting people. So you find it, I actually think you will find it easier to reach out to others, because when you aren't in that desperate mode of talking to family and friends, and that's the only way I have of building a business, then you're in a totally different frame of mind that's attractive, instead of, you know, where they would kind of pull back. They're actually drawn to what you have. And I think everything that we have in place now is, there's nothing like it anywhere. And I think we have a tremendous amount to offer to people.
Yeah. Well said, Tom. That's very well said. So, okay. Well, I think I want to let you know that a lot of the points that Tom pulled out come from Tom in prior discussions. We actually formed a team from ITBOs, Peggy and Tom and Wayne and Ivan and Ron. Thank you very much. You've been working hard, and we developed these bullet points that Tom talked about. We actually have a draft script written up from all of this, just for the guidelines. But as Tom said, make it yourself, be casual, be yourself. But I want to let you know that these resources are there. We'll get them in the I Want Bigger back office. I'll send them out to you as well. And this just really helps refine that process. So just before we end the call, I thought I would just do a quick visual of the I Want Bigger. I've been getting lots of questions, and as I said, Tom's and many of you have already downloaded the profiles and started calling them. But I just wanted to spend 2 minutes on the process in case you were waiting for this call before getting your profiles. It's very easy. You go to your iwantbigger.com, you log in, you go to the main menu, and you see this. And right in the middle is the Get New Profiles. This is really cool when you start seeing this. And immediately you see that there's currently 621. This is a live site, everybody. And you can see that there is 621 profiles waiting to be purchased. I go right to the View Profiles ones. If you want to get more sophisticated and do your own filter and find people in your area, you can do that. It does cost a little bit. But if you just want to go right to the View Profiles, you can see right here is Vera R. She's from Connecticut. She wants to be called in the morning. She never seems to have enough energy. She ranks 9. I know Tom had told me he only buys people that have a 10 in there, but I think 9's pretty strong as well. And so all I would do, if I seem to like Vera, I think this is, a lot of it is the age bracket that I look for and when they want to be called. If it matches when I can call them, I would just add them to my shopping cart. There you can see Vera right there. And then just make sure you do this second step, acquire selected profiles. You got to click on that, and then you're done. They are taken off the board. They are 100% yours. No one else can call them or contact them. And they become yours. And then you pop over to your contact manager. Like I said, I just have currently 5 in here. I'm calling them tomorrow morning. 3 of these are morning people, so I'm going to call them tomorrow morning. I've already called a bunch. And one thing, though, I talked earlier on about the fact of making sure that you turn off the emails from the LeadPick system. And where you do that, so this is just sort of her profile, her information. You can see I did attempt to call her a few times and I left messages on that. But once you've sent the sample, is you move them. You can see right now, Kayla Wilson is in my new contacts. I would move her to this one. I would just click sample sent. And as soon as that moves her into that, that stops the emails from the LeadPick system. And the Trivita emails will then pick up from that point on. So I think that's an important, respectful aspect to do as well. And I guess the last thing I want to say is these credits that we have when we go back to acquire profiles, like Tom said, he bought 10, called them, then bought his next 10. You don't have to download them all at once. I would say just download and buy them according to your calling readiness. So you can call 5, you can call 20 at a certain period, then do that number and then come back and do it again. Remember, there's always new fresh leads coming in. They'll be advertising again probably later this week or early next week, and there'll be some new profiles coming in. So it's good to get as fresh leads as possible. And that's about it. Just wanted to make sure we covered that because those are some of the most common questions that we get. And then lastly, for all the pioneers that were out there, and I think that's most people on this call, wanted to remind you, and I hope you saw it, there is a promotion coming on. Is by sending out your referral link to your ITBOs or new ITBOs, people that may be interested in the business, and then when they enroll in the I Want Vigor campaign between now and the end of March, both you and your new person will get double the credits. That's a pretty good offer. So if you, Tom, you're going to upgrade to gold, and if you bring in someone new, you'll get double gold for 1 month, and they'll get double gold or whatever they sign up for as well. So it's a pretty cool promotion that LeadPick is offering us. So with that, I want to thank you for joining us. We wanted to keep the call within half an hour, and I'm just checking for last-minute questions. Someone asked, do the credits carry over for the next 30-day cycle? And the answer is yes. So if you're on the bronze or the silver or the gold package and you weren't able to use them all for that month, those credits are still there. They don't disappear. They'll just add to the next month's one as well. You can totally manage your credits very easily. Okay, so just keep playing with it, and this is, as we said earlier, this is a lot of fun. We are going to do trainings on Tuesdays. We moved it this week just for the live stream on the the Vitality Planner, but we'll be on there. We're going to do some call number 2 training, and more specifically, new compensation plan, and making sure we understand that, understand qualification, and mostly understand strategy on how we do it. So with that, Tom, thank you. Barry, thank you. And yeah, we wish everyone a great rest of your day.
All right, good evening.
Great job, guys. Great job.